I got one to come in with a really good question for you here, so I'm gonna put that up so you can see it. Um, Waves, he's asking directly. He's got a couple questions in there. I'm gonna let you go ahead and rock with that one.
Yeah, Waves. Thanks so much. Yes, the first part of your question, yes, it is by appointment only, and that's one of the major things about the I would say the business model for audio experience is that it's very important to me and to my business that when I have somebody come for an appointment, that I'm able to devote the absolute singular focused attention to them and to what their needs are while they're spending their time with me. And one of the things that I realized when I was shopping for myself, again before audio experience was a thought in my mind, was the problem of auditioning a pair of speakers while you have sound bleed from an adjacent room. And so, that type of stuff. So although there's multiple rooms in the showroom here, I will, and I could technically have more than one audition happening at the same time. That will never happen because again, it's very important that, when you're auditioning something, you need to have soul, you need to be focused with what you're doing. And, any sort of distractions are totally unacceptable. So that's the first part of your question. What's your favorite audio gear and what music do you play with when showing? So my favorite audio gear. So let me tell you a quick little story. And this was, I want to give a shout out to one of my fellow dealers at the time, Alan at Goodwin's High End in Massachusetts. I visited his showroom. My dad actually knew him for many years back. He has an incredible place. And his brand list is absolutely awesome. So anyone that's in that area, I highly recommend him and his business. But I was there as a genuine customer, a prospective customer at the time, and so he introduced me to a brand called Dolly, and Dolly is a brand from Denmark. And so at the time, again, this is pre-COVID, before pricing went just ballistic, but anyway, so he introduced me to Dolly, and he let me listen to a pair of speakers that at the time were like, I think they were $5,500 a pair, something like that.
Whew.
And it was the Dolly Rubicon 6, which is now replaced by the Rubicore series. But for context, but the Rubicon 6, this speaker, I listened to it, and I listened to it on the back of, and then what I'm about to say is gonna hurt some people. But here we go. Well, I listened to it on the back of some $35,000 speakers from a company that starts with an M and ends with an O. You can maybe figure out who that is. And so I listened to some speakers from that company. And again, I had no dog in the fight. I was literally just shopping for myself. And both me and my uncle, who, by the way, he's blind from birth. Okay. So he can't see the speakers. He can't see the room, but he's got ears, like his ears are unbelievable. He has perfect pitch and everything else. Both of us, we both liked the Dollies better at $5,500 a pair. Now, that doesn't mean that the Dollies, beat those other speakers in every category, like dynamics or scale or whatever. But from a pure, standpoint of just listening, if I could take one or two home, no matter what the price was, I'm going home with the Dollies. Okay. So that, and that was one of the first brands that I contacted, by the way, when I started the business. But
yeah.
So to answer this question, Waves, I got a soft spot for the Dolly Rubicon series at that like mid $5,000 price point, and then among many other things. But that's just to give you one example. And then the last part is when people come here, yes, I have a bunch of songs that I recommend. But before then, and pretty much we never get to that point, because I will say the most important thing is for somebody to listen to music that they know personally and that they are very much interested in themselves. So in other words, if you come and audition, and I play you like an audiophile track or whatever, like that's cool, but it's not going to move you like compared to a song that you've listened to 1,000 times. Maybe it's a song that you listened to when you got married, or like maybe when you broke up with your first boyfriend or girlfriend, and like, so it means something to you, and you know that song so well, so that when you listen to it in a really good system, you're going to be like, oh my goodness, I know this song, but I'm hearing something I've never heard before,
Right.
or whatever, like, or it's giving me this
Get
different
them
presentation.
feelings,
So
them different
that's
feelings and stuff.
what's that,
Yeah.
Ron?
So get different feelings and stuff like that. Just come back and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that's right. Absolutely, absolutely. And so good systems will do that. So basically, I always recommend people to listen to songs that they know well and that they enjoy, and then that usually gives them the best audition experience.